Hey guys, it's Scarlett and I'm so excited I'm nearly ready to be breeding my pair together. So I'm really excited for that. I don't know, yeah, that's okay. I can't move it. So I've done a few things, so this will be part 1, because this isn't all what I'm going to do. But I've done a few things. I pulled up my heater up the back there. I turned it up a dial so it's a bit warmer. So it will be at 26 degrees, perfect for my fry. At the moment it's nearly 25. So about afternoon tomorrow it should be 26. I don't expect it to be any warmer, but that's fine because that's a perfect temperature. And I'm nearly finished with conditioning. That's being Shadow. Hello. Nearly finished with conditioning Destiny and Liberty. Oh, and Liberty blew like the biggest bubble nest. I haven't seen anything quite as big as it. So I'm going to show you guys how big it is. So it is massive. Oh, it's a bit dark, but it is massive. Again, I've never seen actually anything as big as that. It spreads right to the heater up here, down to this corner of the tank. And it got a little bit wrecked in the middle because the filter. And he built another one before, but it fell apart. It wasn't thick enough. So he's made it again and he's staying under it. It's like he thinks there's eggs in it. So he'll be a very protective, oh, that fell down. He'll be a very protective father, I think. I think he'll be just perfect. That's my fingers. Where is he? Wait, what? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Yeah, I think he'll be perfect for breeding. So now, other than putting the temperature up, I've obviously conditioned them and checked them all over for illnesses. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to show you what to look out for and like what illnesses and how to treat them before breeding. But some illnesses won't be treated before breeding. You'll have to take your time and breed them later. So it's not focusing. There it goes. Okay, so as you can see at the bottom here, some people might think this is fin rot, but it's not. I've checked. It's just when she was living with Moonshadow, sometimes he'd bully her, so she'd get a little bit of ripped fins, but I've separated them so she's healthy before breeding. But it's not fin rot. For fin rot, if you think your fish has it, I'll try and turn it to the side. That's it. Come on. That's it. Okay. Obviously the fin will be receding as it rots from the inside, but it will mostly attack this top fin here since it's the shortest and it will lead straight to the body. But that doesn't really happen with fin rot, only body rot, which is like really gross, an advanced version of the disease, like another strand. But mostly what will happen in fin rot is it's really easy to treat, and it will be treated if you're early in your conditioning. It will be treated before you breed. What you just have to look out for is rotting fins, like obviously rotting fins that are like seem to be receding every day, and the area where they're rotting at, like the line, will be like black and will already be like falling apart. The fins will be falling apart. They'll seem noticeably slower, and they might sit at the bottom of the tank and they'll seem just generally unhappy. Obviously the most obvious bit is the fact that their fins are rotting. If you just put them in not high salt, not too high anyway, but if you put them in fresh clean water with salt, it will eventually just kill all the bacteria. Don't use table salt though. Another thing that you want to look out for, another common disease is, I'm just going to be touch basing on the common diseases, so the video is not too long, but another common disease is fungal infection. So it might look like cotton buds have been like put all over them. It'll look furry and patchy all over, mainly their face. But it will be like white little patches all over them but don't mistake it for ick. It's completely different. It's like big sore patches that aren't open. They're just like sort of white cottony patches all over them. Ick is another thing. It's not generally that common in contrast to others, but ick, it's like, oh, it's like little golden bacteria. So if you like got a high-powered torch or just a really big bright torch and shone it over your fish and they look like they were sparkling gold, your fish might have ick, but obviously along with other symptoms, because your fish could just be shiny. So along with symptoms like being unwell, sitting at the bottom, anything like any other illness would bring, and you could have on your you could see on your fish actual like sores, like open wounds that don't seem to be healing, caused by the parasites. But they can be a little hard to get off, but if you get the proper one that's actually meant for ick, they will fall off into the water and then obviously just get burnt by the whatever kills ick. And another really common disease is swim bladder with disorder. And swim bladder is not fatal, or it doesn't hurt your fish. It just keeps them down for a few days. Oh, that's really algae. But where is she? It just keeps them down for a few days. They might, well, depending on what type of swim bladder they have, if their swim bladder is too short, they will have problem like swimming straight. If their swim bladder's short, they'll sort of be like floaty. If their swim bladder's swollen, they'll sort of just sit at the bottom. Swim bladder disorder mostly comes out of if you feed them too much after they've been fasting for a little while. So that can happen with males that have been caring for babies, and then you feed them like 2 pellets or something and it bloats the swim bladder. So you have to be careful for that. That's the main diseases that your fish could get. So now, once I've changed the thing already, and ooh, what is it? Yeah, it's just sort of reaching 25. But I'm going to clean out. I'm not going to give this tank a proper clean. It's not quite before. I mean, I'm nearly going to breed them, but I'm going to breed them Saturday. So, not quite yet. Tomorrow I'll do the big changes. Ready. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see all the like poop and I don't know what the other stuff is. I think it's just like, I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna clean out the whole bottom of the tank. I'm not gonna do a full water change. It's just gonna sit like that for a while. I might give the algae a bit of a scrubber. It looks worse than it actually is. It's actually not that bad in real life. You flaring? Don't be so rude. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go and clean the bottom of this tank now. Okay guys, so the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna get Destiny out the road, and I have a jug here and a pipette, and I'm just going to suck up poop. There's a little bit there. And try and get as much as I can in one go. Ew. Okay, so I've just cleaned out the tank. It's still a bit dirty at the bottom, but I got the bulk of it out. Yeah, so that won't cause any ammonia what's in there, because I'm going to do a water change, and the ammonia releases as it rots, since it's such little pieces, won't matter. So yeah, I'm going to do the water change tomorrow before, because it's the day before I do my fry, so it'll be extra clean. So basically, there's just enough water bubbling over that, so since it's can't even go over, I'm going to go ahead and top it up. I'm not going to change the water, I'm just going to top up the water that's in there. Okay, so the filter's running properly again. I just topped it up. And I'm going to turn it down tomorrow. Yeah, so when I introduce the breeding pair, his bubble nest isn't destroyed completely by the filter. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just going to cut it short here. But what I will do next is I'll check the pH level with my little, yeah, it got all ripped up, but I'm going to try and find out if I can find, not the exact, but like near enough so that the fry don't get injured. Yeah, so I'm going to check the pH level and check the salt levels and check the temperature one more time before I go to bed, and that will basically what I will do for today. So yeah, that's all I do a couple of days before I introduce the breeding pair. Yeah. Alright guys, thanks. Watch out for part 2, and anyway, as always, thank you guys for watching. Bye.